Hey everybody, Carol here. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm starting you off right here instead of with the blank canvas because this is going to be changed. So you didn't need to see how I did all this yellow sunburst kind of a look on white. But I'm just letting you see this part so you can see what I started with. And I will spin it here just to make it spread out a tiny bit. But what I'm going to do is a controlled swipe, and boy, will this end up completely different than when it started. So let's get started now. So first I'm putting down what I have a mix of magenta and metallic red. Then I've got some lighter yellow that I've just added white to. It's a medium yellow. And a little iridescent medium too. I've got blue, which is phthalo blue and metallic blue. Then I put down some white, which has a drop of silicone in it. And then there you see I dipped my credit card into 24 karat gold Decoart. And I'm using that to spread. And I'm hoping that the white, which I put on top, will cause some cells to appear. And it certainly does. So you see I'm just playing around with the colors, adding more here now. The list of colors and all that kind of info will be in the description below if you want to check that out, along with my Facebook, Instagram, Etsy store, etc., etc., etc. Dipping in the gold again, as you can see. So I really just want the gold to give more of a shimmer. I'm not concerned about there being large swaths of gold anywhere. So I decided I want to come up this way. And you will see how much I do to enhance these controlled swipes. You do not have to stick with what you get in the start. There are plenty of ways to add color and go back and touch things up to get a better result. And you see I'm just swiping with a credit card, and I'm not pressing down very hard. I'm just letting that end of the credit card pull the colors softly over top of each other. And you see here I'm adding back some magenta. My problem was that even though I used a lighter yellow with the iridescent medium in the swipe, it just was looking exactly like the background. And I was trying to get things to look more vivid. I just wasn't getting quite the results I was hoping for. But I'm going to keep on trying. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I do a lot of different acrylic art techniques, plus I embellish, and I'm starting to get into resin too. So I do all kinds of different videos and how-tos. So welcome, and if you like what you see, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so that you'll know when I put up my next video. And for all my loyal subscribers, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with me. It really means a lot as I'm trying to grow my channel here. So you can see where I am going back in just with the edge of the credit card, and I'm trying to get more of definition around the design. And I'm starting to think this yellow and white background was a giant mistake. But I'm going to keep on going here. As usual, my medium that I use is 2 parts Elmer's glue all and 1 part water. I really just eyeball it in a container. I don't measure with a measuring cup or anything. And here we go. Now watch what happens just from that drop of silicone in the white that I put down for the swipe. Look at all the cells that pop up. Sometimes you really do not need a lot of silicone, and it's sometimes not even necessary to put it in all the colors. And again, I'm just trying to accentuate the edges, get a little more color throughout, and a 3D effect. So now these paints, they were probably mixed 1-to-1 with my medium, but again, when I tell everyone that you really have to check your consistency because the paints are all different. If I have a tube paint or say a heavy bodied paint like the white that I use, which is Saks True Flow heavy bodied acrylic, I need to definitely go 1-to-1 if I want to have the kind of thick paint that I like, where I can stand my stick up. And then if I needed a little bit thinner for swipes, for example, then I will add a little bit more medium. I try to avoid adding water unless I just need to add a drop or so. But sometimes the paints are very thin to begin with, like some of the Decoart in the little bottles, even some of the Golden and other brands. So you don't need as much medium. Now, the plus to some of those, like the Golden, is they are very, very heavily pigmented. So you don't need very much of that either. So it goes a long way. But what I'm trying to say is, even though in my description below I say I mix my medium and paint 1-to-1, you've really got to check each one as you go along, add a little bit, and check your consistency till you get it to where you want it to be. So as you can see, the way the light is playing on the canvas, there's a window right in front of me, and which is behind the camera. And this was actually after dinner when the sun was starting to set, and it shines right through my back window like that with the wind blowing through the trees. So I apologize for all of that. So anyway, as you can see, I am continuing to go back in and add little dots of color, and I'm putting little dots of the white with it because that's where the silicone is, and I want cells to pop up, which they do as I'm torching. Now I'm going back in with the blue. Controlled swipes are a lot of fun. They're one of my favorite things to do, and I don't do enough of them. So I'm definitely going to do more coming up. This is a 12 by 12 canvas, by the way. And I just have it sitting on my turntable. Not planning on spinning it anymore, but it's just perfect the way it fits, so I don't have to put jumbo push pins in the bottom like I do for my larger canvases. So here I am adding more magenta. Oh, and also in with this magenta, besides the red metallic, I also added some color shift blue purple or blue violet flash. And another important thing that I want to mention, because I've already got my colors mixed up, is that when I make a custom color like this magenta, metallic red, and blue violet flash, I mix those colors in the cup first before I add any medium. Make sure I get the shade I want and all the colors are incorporated together well. Then add your medium, because sometimes your medium, especially if it's milky white looking, will change the tint of your color until it dries. So you need to mix the colors that you're going to make into a custom shade before you add the medium, so you know what you're going to end up with. Now I decided to add some wispies using another cake icing tool. And as you can see, I'm just pulling out, going along the edges, and softly swiping out. You don't want to dig in or you'll end up pulling up your base coat too. And just leaving a little rut there. So I'm liking the wispies a lot, but it's here that I finally decide that this background is just not doing it justice. It's not giving the appearance that I was hoping for, the dramatic, vivid feeling that I wanted to get from this piece. So I thought about it. What am I going to do? Kept on adding more wispies. And then I said to myself, you know what? I'm only going to end up pouring over this canvas anyway if I don't do something. So I'm going to take Payne's Gray and I'm going to paint the base color over. So there you go. I'm just showing you quickly what I did. I just took Payne's Gray straight from the bottle, well, from the tube, and with a brush just went along the outside of my design. Then I took my leftover magenta that was mixed with the medium, the custom color I made, and I went around and I blended it on the ends and around the edges to add a little more color, a little more depth and 3D effects. And I just think it came out gorgeous. So take a look at this close-up here, and this is dried. It's just really cool, and now it really pops. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be doing more of these swipes in the future. So until next time, stay well, stay safe, be kind, and have a great day.